Later on, Kevin Coyle will have our Sheridan County Football History Report. We'll also have our pregame show brought to you by First Federal Bank and Trust with our head coach, Jeff Mowry. Stick around. We're back with more.
Are you tired of dealing with complicated bank switches? At First Federal Bank and Trust, we understand that where you bank matters, and switching to the right bank should be a breeze. Introducing ClickSwitch, your ultimate solution to hassle-free direct deposit transfers. With ClickSwitch, we automatically move your recurring direct deposits from your old account to your new account. It's simple, safe, and takes just minutes. When you bank with First Federal, you're not just a customer. You're a valued member of the community. We take pride in living and working right alongside you, contributing to the growth of our local economy. First Federal Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Elizabeth.
And JT with EBA Hearing and Sound. Hearing well is living well, and we're here to help.
Not only are we able to provide premier hearing aid technology with Bluetooth and AI, but we can address the environment in which you are hearing.
Our sound consultation services tailor solutions to fit your needs. Whether at work, at church, or at home, if you're struggling to hear, we can help.
Call EBA Hearing and Sound today, 674-8920. That's 674-8920.
It's been said that for every dollar spent at a locally owned business, it returns 3 times as much income into the local economy. Hi, this is Mandolin Meyer from Hospital Pharmacy West. The money you spend with a locally owned business stays in our community longer. It's just another way to recycle and help our community. When you shop local, we all win. Thank you from all of us at Hospital Pharmacy West.
Hometown Pharmacy, hometown care at Hospital Pharmacy West.
The law offices of Chapman, Valdez, and Lansing has offices in Sheridan and Casper ready to protect the freedoms and rights of the citizens of Wyoming. Michael Lansing, Nicole Soto, and Wade McCool provide competent local legal counsel focused on small businesses, real estate transactions, guardianships, employee protections, and personal injury. Michael, McColl, and Wade will aggressively, timely, and ethically protect your rights 24/7. Proud to support all local youth activities.
Hi, this is Kim Hall with ERA Carroll Realty. My new listing at 1955 Fairway Court, just across from Hidden Bridge Golf Course, is a must-see. This gorgeous brick home is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with high-end finishes that are sure to please. Space for all with bedrooms on the main floor and a bonus room above the garage. All this with a park-like setting and beautiful fencing for a complete package. Priced at $699.9. Call me, Kim Hall, at 520-227-5543.
And welcome back, everybody, as we continue on the program tonight, taking a look at action as we get ready to go. The Bighorn Rams are at level tonight. The Tongue River Eagles are hosting Thermopolis. The Sheridan Bronx, of course, are hosting the Cheyenne South Bison. Taking a look at 4A football from last week. Cheyenne East pounded Campbell County 49-12. The Bronx easily over Central. Rock Springs beat up Kelly Walsh 52-7. Natrona shut out Laramie 29-0. And Thunder hammered South 56-10. These are the matchups tonight other than our game. Rock Springs is playing at Thunder Basin. Natrona County is at Cheyenne East. Big matchup there. Cheyenne Central's at Kelly Walsh, and Laramie takes on Campbell County. Coming up next, we will be joined by Sheridan Media's Kevin Coyle as he has this week's Sheridan County Football History Minute.
Have you been to the showroom at Thompson Master Masons? If you're thinking about doing a masonry project, you need to stop by and check it out. Thompson's located on the corner of Broadway and 11th in Sheridan with a showroom full of brick and stone samples. They offer both man-made and natural stone. As a matter of fact, Thompson Master Masons has the widest selection of stone, block, and brick in town. Wholesale or retail, contact Thompson Master Masons.
Do you have family coming to town and not enough room in your home to accommodate them? Book them a room at the Candlewood Suites in Sheridan. They'll enjoy features like fully equipped kitchens that include a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding views of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll feel right at home. Call the Candlewood Suites, 307-675-2100.
Sheridan Media Sports, I'm Kevin Coyle with your Sheridan County High School football history report for week 1 of 2023. Information courtesy Wyoming-football.com. For Cheyenne South at Sheridan, this game kicks off Friday at 6 p.m. Sheridan won the first meeting between the two teams in 2011 and leads the series 12-0, outscoring South 644 to 108 in the process. The Broncs are 6-0 in games played at Sheridan. Sheridan's largest margin of victory versus South is 56 in 2011, 62-6, and in 2019, 56-zip, and in 2021, also 56-zip. While South's closest loss versus Sheridan is 27 last year, lost 41-14. Sheridan has shut out South 3 times, the last in 2021, 56-zip. The most points that Sheridan has scored in a game versus South is 63 in 2020, 63-8, while the most points that South has scored in a game versus Sheridan is 21 in 2016, lost 49-21. The two teams have never had a game versus each other go to overtime. For Bighorn at Lovell, this game kicks off Friday at 6 p.m. Lovell won the first meeting between the two teams in the 2012 semifinals, while Bighorn got its first win and returned the favor in the 2013 semifinals. Bighorn leads the series 6-4, including last year's state championship game. As far as games at Lovell go, Bighorn leads the series 2-1. Bighorn's longest win streak versus Lovell is 5 from 2013 to 2016, while Lovell's longest win streak versus Bighorn is 3 from 2020 to 2022. Bighorn has shut out Lovell once in 2014, 25-zip, while Lovell has shut out Bighorn twice, the last in 2021, 20-zip. Bighorn's largest margin of victory versus Lovell is 35 in 2015, 42-7, while Lovell's largest margin of victory versus Bighorn is 26 in 2020, 26-zip. The most points that Bighorn has scored in a game versus Lovell is 42 in 2015, 42-7, while the most points that Lovell has scored in a game versus Bighorn is 29 in 2012, 29-28. The two teams have never had a game versus each other go to overtime. For Thermopolis at Tongue River, this game kicks off Friday at 6 p.m. Thermopolis won the first meeting between the two teams in 1990, while Tongue River got its first win in 2005. Thermopolis leads the series between the two teams 6-4, but TR has won the last 2. As far as games at Tongue River go, TR leads the series 3-1, including a win via forfeit in 2021. Thermopolis' longest win streak versus Tongue River is 3 from 1990 to 1992, and from 2009 to 2010, and in 2020. No games played from 2011 to 2019. While TR's longest winning streak versus Thermopolis is 2 from 2005 to 2006, and the current 2-game streak that started in 2021. Thermopolis has shut out Tongue River once in 1990, 76-zip, while Tongue River has shut out Thermopolis once in 2006, 49-zip. Thermopolis' largest margin of victory versus Tongue River is 76 in 1990, 76-zip, while Tongue River's largest margin of victory versus Thermopolis is 49 in 2006, 49-zip. The most points that Thermopolis has scored in a game versus Tongue River is 76 in 1990, 76-zip, while the most points that Tongue River has scored in a game versus Thermopolis is 49 in 2006, 49-zip, and last year, 49-6. The two teams have never had a game versus each other go to overtime. Thermopolis' 76-0 win in 1990 remains as the worst loss in TR history in terms of most points allowed in a game and largest margin of defeat. With your Sheridan County High School football history report, I'm Kevin Coyle for Sheridan Media Sports.
And thank you very much, Kev. And that's a feature every week on a pregame show. Coming up, waiting in the wings, Bronx head coach Jeff Mowry. Our visit comes up next.
Put a little spice in your day with a stop at Farmers Co-op for an order of their new hot samosa sticks and or jalapeno poppers. Like many of the other deli favorites, these little bites of awesomeness are cooked to order in about 5 minutes. They're great by themselves, or pair them with a new chicken tender sandwich and a cold drink for one of the best lunches in town. Oh yeah, you can spice things up at Farmers Co-op, owned by those they serve at 1450 Coffee and Avenue in Sheridan.
When you're ready to take the next step with your business, you need a partner you can trust. Hi, I'm David Hubert from First Bank of Wyoming. Team up with our local commercial lenders who know this community and strive to build lasting relationships focused on your success. Call us at 672-1733 or stop by our office at 1470 Sugarland Drive, Suite 2 to get started today. First Bank of Wyoming, Division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
If you have employees coming to stay for an extended time in Sheridan, make them feel at home with a room at the Candlewood Suites. These extended stay rooms feature fully equipped kitchens, including a microwave, full-sized refrigerator, dishwasher, stovetop, even pots and pans, and free guest laundry. Did I mention the outstanding view of the Bighorns? Book your reservation with the Candlewood Suites and relax knowing they'll have more than just a room. They'll feel right at home. Call 307-675-2100.
Rooting for the home team is the Wyoming way, and the banks of Buffalo, Gillette, and Sheridan are the 307's biggest fans. Banking with us means you're doing more than ever to support school sports because your money stays right here in our community. We're proud to recognize our hardworking athletes with youth sponsorships, and the local difference means the familiar faces you know and trust for your banking needs are the same ones cheering with you up in the stands. Buffalo Fed Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You know what they say, if you're not first, you're last. For all your plumbing demands, choose A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair. Commercial, residential, new construction, remodel jobs, and all repairs in between. A+ Plumbers and Appliance Repair, because they are number one in a number two business. Call 672-9454. That's 672-9454.
August is the month to hit the road, so look no further than Waring Sheridan Chevrolet, your premier destination for the hottest new vehicles in town. Waring Chevrolet continues to receive an influx of the latest and greatest new Chevrolet models you've been waiting for, from the rugged Silverado to the spacious Suburban and everything in between, like the sleek Tahoe, versatile Traverse, bold Trailblazer. They've got them. Largest new inventory ever, and now's the time to make your move. It's like no other dealership you've ever been to. Experience the Waring way of vehicle buying. Waring Chevrolet, 107 East Alger.
And welcome back, everybody. And a very good evening as we get ready for the Bronx and the Bison tonight. Time for the First Federal Bank and Trust pregame show with head coach Jeff Mowry.
Are you tired of dealing with complicated bank switches? At First Federal Bank and Trust, we understand that where you bank matters, and switching to the right bank should be a breeze. Introducing ClickSwitch, your ultimate solution to hassle-free direct deposit transfers. With ClickSwitch, we automatically move your recurring direct deposits from your old account to your new account. It's simple, safe, and takes just minutes. When you bank with First Federal, you're not just a customer, you're a valued member of the community. We take pride in living and working right alongside you, contributing to the growth of our local economy. First Federal Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Well, Jeff, we go into week number 2 this week with Cheyenne South. Let's talk about last week a little bit. Tough opener on the road at Cheyenne Central. Good to get the victory.
Absolutely, Trevor. It's going into that game, you never know quite what you get. Our coaching staff takes a lot of pride in the scouting and the film work that we put in, and you don't get to do that in week 1. And so we kind of went down there with some assumptions about what Central would do, but we really never knew until we got there. And so coaching staff did a good job of making some adjustments on what Central was trying to get done offensively and defensively, and we came out with a good road win against a good football team. And so a great way to start the season.
You know, they started moving the ball early, a couple of series, and then all of a sudden the defense just kind of found its stride, clamped down, and they didn't do much the rest of the night.
No, our defense really did. You know, the first drive we came out offensively, went 3 and out, give them the ball, and then they give it back to us, and we go 3 and out again, and then Central moves the ball, and they go score. And I thought, oh, gosh, we got a response offensively. We didn't get scored. We got a field goal to start with, and then, the defense just clamped it down, and they didn't let them move much of the rest of the game, and it was really good to see. We didn't force the turnovers that we would like to be able to do, but our defense read their keys well, and they kept the ball in front of them.
Coaches are their own worst enemy sometimes. It's never as good as it looks. It's never as bad as it looked. What was your thought watching back all the action from Friday?
You know, it was really good to see some of the guys that haven't had a lot of varsity action come out and get some varsity action. The speed of the game is much faster than a JV game. And even talked to some of our players this week, and they said it was just blurry until I focused on my keys. And so A lot of coaching and prep went in this week to trying to get guys to read their keys rather than to just try to take the whole game in. And if they try to take the game in, you're never going to catch up. You've really got to look for the keys on specific plays, on what you're looking for, and the game will slow down so much for these guys. And so hopefully we can get that this week.
Is that why the defense kind of caught up to them a little bit, where the guys kind of settled down, calmed down, and then they just kind of kept Central in front of them the rest of the night?
Yeah, you're exactly right. You'd see some in the first series where they went down and scored. Our guys are out of position because they're following the motion rather than their keys, and they get their eyes in the backfield at the wrong time or too soon. They're not reading hi-hats from the offensive line and getting into pass drops. Really got to slow that game down and identify it before every snap. This is my key, and if they do this, here's how I respond.
I looked at the offense a little bit. O-line did a nice job. Again, that's a group that has a little experience coming back from a year ago.
Yep. They do. We got our tall bookends. We got Alex Haswell at right tackle and DJ Ellinger at left tackle. And those guys saw a lot of action last year, and they did a phenomenal job. Really, though, a big shout out to Colin Custis. Colin Custis was a running back a year ago, and we asked him this summer to move down to play center. And he ended up starting center his first game. Never played offensive line in his career until 4A against Cheyenne Central, and really did a nice job. And the center for us is key. They make all the line calls and do all that kind of stuff. And so the O-line, junior first-time starter in a Peldo, and then a left guard that hadn't seen a ton of action previous last year. So really we were bookend by our experience, and in the middle, three guys with a lot of inexperience did a nice job.
Let's talk about the skill guys. And you had some guys that played a little bit for you last year that got a few snaps, but I look at Dane Steele, and I think Taryn got some snaps for you last year.
Yep.
Quite a few. Other than that, there's a lot of newbies out there. Yep. There is a lot of talented skill guys on the squad. There's a lot of team speed there. They're only going to get better.
Yeah, there's like you said, Dane Steele. Everybody's heard the Steele name for a few years around here, and good, very, very good football player. And Taryn Grooms had a great year for us last year and had some key carries down the stretch. But Naid and Taryn, started in the backfield last week for their first time since their freshman year. Taryn tore his ACL as a sophomore, and Naid year. And so it's good to see those guys back out, really balance the carries out well. And then on the outside, Dane is a name that you've known, but the others aren't guys that have seen a lot of touches and catches. And we do have some talent out there that it'll be nice to be able to, as we continue to mature as a team, balance our offense where they can't key in on one guy. And we've had that in years past where sometimes we run everything through one guy. Hopefully we can keep defenses on their toes and balance our offense with the run and the pass, but also to lots of different guys.
You're the play caller. What were the issues offensively last week? Maybe they said, you know what, guys, this is what we need to do going forward now.
Yeah, I really liked our inside zone game. We weren't seeing the creases quite like what we would like, but Coach Sullivan got on our running backs, and we had our blocking scheme adjusted a little bit. Hopefully we see inside zone go a little bit better this week. I'm going to put more on the quarterback and ask him to do some more reads. We've got to be able to expand our offense, and as a play caller, I like to get us in the best play call, but you never know until the defense lines up, and putting some confidence into our signal callers into his hands where he can go with the ball and make different choices and get our team on the right spot. Put some more on our quarterback this week, and really then just cleaning up execution, making sure that when we're blocking, we're getting to the correct shoulder. If it's an outside play, we got to be on the outside shoulder, not his inside. And when we're hitting the trap, are we hitting the trap and the counter at the right crease? So really fine-tuning some of those things that were really good last week, but they were week one good. That now we've got to start continuing to improve those.
And Don Berrettini has showed he can be a weapon as well.
Yeah, he's a young man that we knew as an athlete. Started at receiver a year ago, but had played quarterback his entire career, and so a good athlete that we wanted on the field last year, and he showed that, and he's got some talent. We've got to limit the turnovers with him, and I have full confidence that he will do that. And he's got a strong arm, and so you saw that a little bit, hit some creases down the seams, and be able to get some outside receivers involved in and some different routes that in years past we haven't been able to throw. That I think he'll be able to do this year.
Special teams were special teams that, a couple of not so great kicks, but other than that, when you have Dane back there, man, it's dangerous again.
Yep. Some of our returns, Dane, we gave him a shout out at the beginning of the week, just catching the punts. Central had a tremendous punter, probably a Division I punter would be my guess. He kicks it high, spiral, turns it over, and that makes fielding punts hard because you're going to have people pressure on you, and he didn't let one hit the ground, and that's one of my pet peeves. The ball hits the ground, it's going to roll 20 or 30 yards. There's 2 or 3 first downs that we don't have to make because we're fielding punts. Our return men did a great job. 2 big special teams. The blocked field goal was critical. We were up 10 at the time, and if they make that field goal, it's a 1-score game. Get a blocked field goal by Jacob Ormseth and great pressure on the left side. And then the punt, the punt snap for Central went over his head, and we went in there and turned that into a safety and then got the ball back and went down and got points up again. And so that kind of separated it. So it wasn't the returns that we were hoping to see, but some big special teams in week 1 that hopefully we can continue.
Yeah, and that Central punter had something to say about the return game, that's for sure. Let's talk about this week going against Cheyenne South. Obviously, we've had this talk before about teams like Cheyenne South. They're struggling. The program is struggling. But as you get your guys ready this week, I don't think I've ever seen a Sheridan Bronc football team in the last couple of decades take anybody lightly.
Yeah, just something we can't do. We've got the purpose of our season, the purpose of our football team is not to win on a Friday night, on any Friday night. The purpose of our team is to help create great young men, and our purpose goes way beyond football, and this is a step in the way. And our theme this week is focus, and we've got to focus on ways that we can continue to get better no matter who the opponent is. And that's something you got to do in life. Things aren't always going to be ideal situations for growth. Ideally we'd like to have things differently in week 2, but you know what, this is what we have, and we're going to go do the best we can with it. And our guys, I have no doubt, will grow this week, and our coaches have pushed them this week, and there are lots of things we can get better at from last week, and we've just got to show that in this week against South.
I think if I'm underclassman, I got to be chomping at the bit this week, because there's a good chance 2s and 3s are going to see a lot of time.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of excitement on our team. We dress the whole roster on Friday nights at home, and it's a new stadium, new turf, new turf, new lights, kind of a new look. A lot of excitement about the Bronc first home opener. And so, yeah, those guys are there, just especially those guys that didn't suit out last year, those sophomores, they are excited.
Before we get ready to go, what are the steps you want to see the guys make this week?
Really just clean execution, Trevor. We've got to come out and execute our schemes offensively, defensively, special team sharper than we did a week ago. And if we can make a little bit growth each week, I like where things are headed. If we can continue to do that, we've got to come out with excitement, like you said, not just from our younger guys, but our older guys, and play a clean football game.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Trevor.
Are you tired of dealing with complicated bank switches? At First Federal Bank and Trust, we understand that where you bank matters, and switching to the right bank should be a breeze. Introducing ClickSwitch, your ultimate solution to hassle-free direct deposit transfers. With ClickSwitch, we automatically move your recurring direct deposits from your old account to your new account. It's simple, safe, and takes just minutes. When you bank with First Federal, you're not just a customer, you're a valued member of the community. We take pride in living and working right alongside you, contributing to the growth of our local economy. First Federal Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
And there you have it. Comments from Jeff Bauer. We get this thing ready to go. Bronx and Bison coming up next.
Wyoming Corporate Office is located at 30 North Gould Street in Sheridan, and they provide a myriad of services. What is a registered agent, you may ask? The real question is, what aren't they? Wyoming Corporate Office can assist you in forming your LLC or Wyoming-based corporation, provide mail forwarding service, and accept legal and financial documents, and so much more. Learn more today by visiting WyomingCorporateOffice.com.
Hi, it's Kathleen Jack Wood from 307 Real Estate. Are you tired of renting? Well, give us a call at 307-763-1249 and let us help you. There are many opportunities out there. We'll do our best to help you find your dream home.
You're right, Jack. We believe in our clients and we'll do our best. We've all been there at one point in our lives, so let us help you get into the home you've been dreaming of.
Remember, you're in heaven living in 307. Call Kathleen Jack and get under contract. 307 Real Estate, 307-763-1249.
Have you been in to see Sheridan YO sports cards yet? It's the spot to get your hands on incredible sports cards and memorabilia. Sheridan's premier spot for buying cards. All major sports cards, including fighting, wrestling, Pokemon, and even racing. These guys have hobby boxes for the serious collectors and packs for those getting started. Graded slabs from PSA, SGC, and if you have a big card to grade, talk to the guys to have your card submitted to PSA. Family friendly and located inside Sheridan Stationery Books and Gifts, 535 North Main, open 7 days a week.
No shirt, no shoes, no problem. Online banking is fast and convenient with Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. If you have a smartphone, you can do your banking from anywhere, including remote deposit. Just take a picture of your check and send it. It's that easy. And you'll instantly have access to the first $200 available and the rest shortly thereafter. Yep, banking is that easy with remote deposit at Sheridan Community Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Planning a project that requires block, brick, or stone? You need to contact the folks at Thompson Master Masons. They have the largest selection of brick and stone in town and 38 years of experience behind their work. Chances are, if it could be done, they've done it. Let Thompson's help you choose the best application for your specific project. Residential or commercial, give Thompson Master Masons a call, 672-7971. Or stop by their showroom at 135 East 11th Street.
The leading orthopedic group in Northeast Wyoming and Southern Montana, Sheridan Orthopedic, continues its over 50-year tradition of surgery